Hey YouTube, it's your girl Nicolle back with another video. Welcome back, welcome back. How are you doing, my busy bees? Staying busy, I hope. I am. I'm going to be working on another look from this Hank and Henry / Makeup Institute Uptown Girl palette. So I figured I've been at the bottom. Let's go up to the top. And they have this beautiful brown, terracotta orange type thing going on. A few of them going on. So I'm going to use my Morphe primer. And we're just going to jump on in here because, you know, your girl's got looks to do for you. I would love to keep on keeping them on, you know. That is just the way it goes. You know, we have to just keep these looks going when you get inspired. So if you see me in the same top for this 1 week challenge of myself, it is because it's all in the same hour. It's just, but you know, it's just YouTube, how do we call it? Magic, video magic. And we're gonna set this with the Bella setting powder. And just put that all underneath and above. No foundation, because this is a very dusty palette. Okay? Get yourself a drink, get yourself something to smoke, you know. We're just going in. We're going in. So I'm going to go into this very light orangey color and use that as my transition shade. Because I want to go lighter to darker this time. Let me put this down. My wrist hurts. I can't hold it up. I can't hold a cigarette. That's how bad my wrist has been killing me. It's kind of hard to even hold the mirror, but the things I do for beauty are more important than than a cigarette. So this color went on very easy, kind of like my skin tone, which is fine because that's what I wanted, was a nice transition shade. And I've jumped around the palette so far trying to find a perfect transition color to cover my whole lid, and I think I found it. Yeah, because it just looks just like my skin. Alright, so now we're going to go in, and I'm going to start from the center of my eye and work my way out, because I want it to bleed out in a nice ombre, I guess you would say. Kind of like a sunset. So this is the orangey color. And I know you're like, girl, that went boom on this brush, but it's not coming off on the brush onto your eye like that. Some colors must be built up in this palette, I'm assuming, because they're not all acting the same, which is fine, you know. I'm not going to get mad at it. We're just going to keep adding it up until we get it to the opacity. Honey, I wish I could edit, because that was just going to be, I'm butchering that word. Till we get it to the color we want it to be. And I know it's a light color. It looks like a neon orange in the pan, but it's not. On the eye, it's a very subtle, wearable color. So at least that you can see that it's, you know, it's got a lot of fallout, and you can also see that it is not an intimidating color for those who are really intimidated by color. This is a very buildable color. And I'm just dusting that all over because it's going to be an ombre sunset going from the inside out. So the inside can be just a little lighter than the outside, which is totally fine with me, because I'm going to always add a bright highlight to it. You know, or one of these pressed glitters that he's got in here. Now for some reason this eye, it went on a lot deeper than on this side, but it also could be my lighting. But you can see the dust just applying. And I want it to be wearable, you know. My version of wearable is pretty much ghoulish bright all day long every day. But I want it to be wearable for those, my friends, my family, my followers that don't like to wear, you know, Halloween every day. And sometimes you gotta wear these to the office. So now I'm putting that pink one, which has a sheen to it, right in the center. I'm just building that up. And that also looks like a beaming bright color, and it's not on my skin tone. Now, somebody with fair skin, if you have this palette and you have a channel, I challenge you to do the same colors on the top right hand side with your skin tone and show me that this does not have a lot of pigment in it, because to me it has the perfect amount of pigment for building up color. But for me, I would have to have changed my base to get this to the, you know, non-wearable but my wearable version of it. But this being as light as it is very pretty just the same. It is very pretty. I'm not saying it's not. It just is very light for me. So if I complain, it's just me. Alright, now into this reddish brown at the end, and I'm going to tap that, because these browns have been quite pigmented. I'm just going to put that right here on the edge, kind of smoke it down. I don't want to add too much to it because I want to make sure I show you a little eyeliner trick when you want to make this pop a little bit more but still make it very business savvy wearable. What my sister calls professional makeup that I don't wear up enough of. She says, well, you don't ever wear professional makeup. I'm like, I'm not in that profession, honestly, to be wearing professional makeup. Darling, she's a nurse. I mean, I'm a nurse. I mean, that was my profession. I did nursing. I always did home care. My sister is a lawyer, so there you go. You know, she definitely has to wear professional makeup, but she barely wears any makeup at all. Barely. And I'm just going to take some micellar water and a makeup wipe. Not a makeup wipe, I'm sorry, a cotton round, because it seems to grab onto this pigment like nobody's business and really clean it up. And plus, when you're trying to do so many looks, you don't want to stress out your skin using a makeup wipe, which is kind of dry and scratchy. Okay. And this is just getting all that excess fallout out, as you've seen. A lot of fallout. Alright, so I'm going to change brushes to this one that's kind of a stiff brush. And I'm going to go into that color I use, not the same color, but a different brown that's kind of a burgundy brown. And that one I will tap off a little bit. And I'm going to use this as a liner to make it a very professional, soft, glam look. This is also a trick for those who are scared of liquid liners. You can always just take a nice stiff brush. I like to start one like this, is flat and stiff. You can also do a pencil brush, which is good when you're doing, when you want to use setting spray. Now, if you don't understand the whole setting spray concept of putting on eyeshadow with the setting spray, basically the eyeshadow is going to go on a little wet, but you gotta let it dry before you add another coat or try to blend it out. So that's that secret of it. So this one you're going to see now that it's wet, it's going to go on a little bit darker, a little bit more smoky, but not be intimidating. And because it's not as wet as, because it's just a little dust of setting spray, I like to do it over my brush, not directly at my brush. Can you see that? Compared to this eye, it's giving this eye a little bit more lift and definition. And all I did was use a darker brown, burgundy-ish eyeshadow. And you can just keep building it as, it's just like smoking the bottom of your eye out. You can just keep building it and building it if you like. Or leaving it alone after I put on this top coat to dry whatever was left on the brush from setting spray. It looks perfectly fine. See, so give you a good idea with, without. Okay, let's work on the other eye. Just bring it a little closer to me so I can see, because I have a hard time if I leave my eye open. These brushes will go right in. I don't know why. I know it's my hand to eye, but I'm just like, I tell my son, I cannot do video games because my eye-hand coordination is so off when it comes to video game. Okay, so that's without setting spray, and that's with setting spray. So I'm not even going to put excess setting spray on it. I'm just going to use the same wet round that I had to get any excess out. And now, for us not to, because we're all in the world together, so no judgment here, right? We're in judgment-free zone. I'm not going to be putting on any foundation, but I will want to brighten up my under eye. So I'm just going to use the same Morphe because I have dark circles and raccoon eyes. And you want to just blend this out really, really well. I could also have used a little bit of color corrector if I was going to worry about the world, judging me, but you know what? That's what sunglasses are for. Don't judge me by the wrinkles under, or the dark circles under my eyes. Judge me by my character. Okay, and I'm just going to put a little bit of setting powder under there. And because where I live is extremely hot, I can skip a lot of foundation and just put a little with a damp blender in this area. And I will put on my setting powder. Before I go mask first. So what do you think? I don't need any eyeliner. This is more of a professional look, so you don't want to close off your eye with eyeliner on the bottom either. I would prefer taking something a little richer, so a richer brown. I have a metallic one here that's not too bad. And smoke out the bottom lash line with that. And I want to get real precise up in there. Because I want to keep it very professional. This one's for you, sis. She says, I always do great looks. And she wished she could play like that, but she never can do simple professional. And I told her, I can do it. I can do it, little sister. Don't tell her I can't do it. I totally can't do business ready eye. Now with my under eye, a little bit of moist blender on the bottom will help even that out. And then just a little bit of Better Than Sex mascara. Look down, do the top of your lashes. If you ever want your lashes to be super full, always do the top of your lashes first. That way you can avoid curling them after the fact. Because I know curling them before is what you're supposed to do, but once you start adding that heavy mascara to it, it's not going to curl anymore. It's basically bending them. There we go. Got a little mascara on my nose. There we go, my YouTube family. What do you think? Did I rock a business look? Nice and fluffy, neutral look. And you're not going to believe the colors I used to make this light look. This vivid yellow, this pink, this burgundy. This is under the eye. No, this one's under the eye. That's it. This is my eyeliner for the top of the eye. You would have never thought that with such bold colors, that building them up, you can still get a nice business neutral look. I enjoyed it. I enjoy this. Thank you. And, ooh, as far as the lips go, or wear a mask, but don't ever, ever, ever let your lipsticks go to waste, you know. Don't let your lip glosses go to waste. I like finding something that will make my lips pop more than my eyeshadow, or underwhelmingly pop. So I like a good ombre. I'm not gonna lie, your girl loves a good ombre. So I'm gonna use a little of this and a little of that. And still keep it kind of business neutral. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for stopping by once again for this use this palette as many times as we can in 1 week kind of look. And I enjoyed it. And I will see you all in the next one. Keep it sexy, you all. Bye.